The old women are throwing a fit because we prefer fresh faces with less baggage. They have the audacity to claim that men go for younger women because they are easier to manipulate, and that older women can see through our shenanigans and are less likely to bow down to our every whim. They even have the nerve to say that younger women make for ideal trophy wives. Well, let me enlighten these post-war women. We desire younger women because they possess something that they simply lack. It's an indisputable fact of nature, based on biological and evolutionary psychology, that men will always be drawn to younger women because of their youthful appearance. And of course, women are naturally attracted to older men because they're more likely to have wealth and resources. Any man who claims he's not attracted to younger women is just not being honest with you. I mean, who wouldn't want a youthful, attractive partner, right? Let's break it down. Men have to go through this whole process of personal growth and maturity before they can even think about settling down with a woman in today's society. Unlike women, who supposedly have the luxury of settling down in their 20s, men have to work their way up the ladder, gain skills, make money, and establish their status and power. They have to meet certain requirements just to be considered by women. You see, since the rise of feminism and the emphasis on women being independent, the bar has been raised for men because women tend to date up. So after a man has put in all that effort to become successful, ask yourself this: would he prefer to date a younger or older woman? The answer for the majority of men is pretty clear: it's the younger ones. But why? Think about it. If a guy has spent all his 20s working on himself, do you really think he's going to choose a woman in her 30s who comes with baggage and diminishing attractiveness? No way. Why would he settle for that? During his 20s, he's been watching women his age, and even younger ones, dating men who are 5 to 10 years older than him. His sexual marketplace value is low at that point. So after he reaches his peak sexual marketplace value, it's only natural that he'll want younger, more fertile, and more attractive women who have less baggage and aren't weighed down by bitterness from past experiences. Sure, older women may be more mature, but personally, I'd choose a younger woman with all the characteristics I just mentioned. Someone I can mold and guide, someone who's more likely to form a strong bond with me and be submissive. She's simply the better option, don't you think? The fascinating world of age and relationships. You know, older women, bless their ticking fertility clocks, tend to rush into marriages just to pop out those precious little kiddos. But hey, who's thinking about the long run, right? On the other hand, younger women, they are like fresh clay, so malleable and open to new experiences. They haven't been tainted by life's disappointments yet, so they're not as jaded and cynical as their older counterparts. And let's not forget, younger women usually have that extra touch of attractiveness. Unfortunately, these days, they waste their precious youth by indulging in their Tinder escapades, like a never-ending carousel of, well, you know, as women age, they become less desirable in the eyes of society. It's the sad truth. But hold on, it's the complete opposite for men. Assuming they've accumulated some wealth and life experience along the way, they just keep getting better and better, like a fine wine. Isn't life ironic? Here's an interesting tidbit for you. The majority of men, and trust me, the data from dating sites don't lie, are all about those younger women. Those swipes just keep piling up for the 18 to 24 demographic. It's hardwired into our DNA, I tell you. So, picture this scenario. We have two women, one is 23 and the other is 33. Let's say they are both equally emotionally intelligent and attractive. Well, guess who gets the nod? Yep, you got it. The 23-year-old takes the cake. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, my friend. You see, these young women in their late teens to mid-20s, they don't even bother giving a second glance to the guys in their own age cohort. Can you blame them? most of these fellas are still trying to figure out how to adult properly. They lack stability, maturity, and let's face it, they just don't have much to offer. It's a fact that men mature at a slower pace than women. While a woman reaches her prime around the age of 20, most men aren't even close to being seasoned until they hit 30, or maybe even later. I'm not saying women don't make their fair share of mistakes and gain wisdom as they age, because they do. But when it comes to navigating the emotional landscape and handling their emotions with finesse, it's around the age of 20 that they truly come of age. It's a beautiful thing, really. After the late teens to mid-20s stage, women magically start dating men around their own age or maybe up to a whopping 8 years older. You know, because they are not concerned about that pesky limited fertility window like men are. Men, on the other hand, are just obsessed with finding a woman in her early 20s. I mean, who can blame them? Men are just so ageist, and it's all rooted in those biological differences. A woman's fertile shelf life is like a ticking time bomb, while men can just keep pumping out sperm until the end of time. Women, on the other hand, become useless for impregnation after the ancient age of 35 and stop producing viable eggs shortly after. It's not that women over 35 can't get pregnant, it's just that it takes a million tries and the kid is more likely to have health issues and crappy genetics. That's why they call it geriatric pregnancy in the medical literature, folks, so let's be crystal clear here. If a woman isn't in her 20s, she's basically running out of time to start a family. And sure, you can still try to have a family with a woman in her late 20s, but good luck dealing with her constant anxiety about being childless. Dating a woman over the ancient age of 25 or 26 means you're on a fast-track schedule to align with her fears and rapidly closing fertility window. You'll be thrown into parenthood and all that extra responsibility way sooner with older women, leaving you with less time to enjoy the perks of being a couple and missing out on her so-called prime. Younger is obviously better. They are hotter, have less baggage, fewer or no sexual partners, they are fertile, and they're not in a rush to pop out babies. It's a total no-brainer for any man, despite how society loves to shame guys for having this preference. Well, that's it for today's episode of Sigma Traits. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that annoying notification bell so you're the first to know when I drop another video. Catch you next time. Cheers.